got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile.
Hi, Debra. We're gonna back in.
Okay, you need scissors?
Yeah.
So Barb and Cheryl brought lunch. There you go. And we're going to have chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy, salad, and what kind of pie?
Apple pie.
Apple pie is Cheryl's favorite, Barb was saying.
And we have some fresh rolls.
And some fresh rolls, nice. Thanks, ladies.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
Me too, Debra.
We love you guys. You say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Clover.
Bye, guys. Thanks again. Run into the camper tails at the gas station before I head out of town. Woohoo! What we're doing.
Yeah, so we're going to take this piece off here that has the tips on it. I'm gonna put this on in its place.
Okay.
And then we're gonna put an adapter, and then I got a pipe that'll fit in here with an end like this, so it'll stick out here.
Okay, because this thing that kept Bandit, get back. That kept falling off.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So it'll be like it was before, hook up out here, but it won't move.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, good deal. I'll get my dog out of your way. Would you like that?
You might appreciate that. You might get a little...
While Sean is working on that, I checked fluids, and I'm a little bit low on oil. So putting some oil in there, and that's not going to be enough. Thing I just noticed is I have a leak here in my brake box. I've wiped it off already, but you can see it pretty good. I'll get that checked out as soon as I can. Visit. Bandit says, "There's my friend Rob."
How far out do you want it to stick?
Not so far that I'll hit it.
There.
Oh, okay, yeah, that shouldn't be an accident waiting to happen.
Like here?
That's about normal, isn't it?
Yeah, just out just a little bit past that.
That'd be awesomeness, thanks. Come say hi. Do you want to come say hi, sweet Luna? Did Bandit say no? You can come say hi. You want to come say hi to me? No? You want to come say hi to me? He says, yeah. She says, yeah, but I'm going around that crazy dog. Bandit's not crazy. Yeah. Him's not crazy. See? He's just sitting there. It's all good. Sweet Luna. You sure are pretty. You pretty girl. Yeah, and Sean knocked it out of the park. There is my new valve, or not valve, but what is that?
Dump hose hookup.
Yeah, the dump hose hookup. And then he put me a new handle because mine was broken. And yes, I have cut myself on it before. But now when I unscrew this, I don't have to worry about that coming off anymore. Thank you once again, Sean.
You're welcome.
And I'll be heading out, so I will see you, I hope, next year for some more repairs on my old girl.
I'll be here.
y'all hear all the birds? So nice to wake up to that this morning. This is the Blythe, California LTVA. Spent the night here. It is called the Midland LTVA, and I think it is one of 7. I'll actually do some research and clarify that in this video. But last time I was in this area, I stopped just short of the LTVA to go up a road to the mountains that I'm going to show you in a minute, and to meet my friend Glenn. If you have read my book, How Being a Nomad Saved My Life, you know that he is the one that got me up and going and didn't let me give up and helped me find a van. He was in California, and he helped me find a van near Austin, Texas to go look at, and that ended up being Fancy Free, the van that I lived in for 5 years. And so I was coming to meet Glenn. I'm going to show you all this kiosk here in a minute. But I was coming to meet Glenn. There goes somebody leaving. They just went to the dumpsters. And it was just before Christmas, and got partway up the mountain where he was. Let me flip this around and show you. Okay, got partway up the mountains where he was. They're pretty mountains. It's overcast this morning, but it's a nice little mountain range. And I had a flat. We were able to get it changed out, but the spare wasn't worth traveling on. If I remember correctly, it's 6 years ago. Yeah, I'll put the videos down below in the video description, so y'all check that out, or I'll put them up above here. But so I spent Christmas, because he had to go. He had a gig in California. Actually, I think he was getting ready to go abroad. Pretty famous musician at the time, and he had a blog that was one of the most popular travel blogs on the internet for a long time, called To Simplify. Anyway, he had a music gig he had to go to, so he didn't get to stay with me, and so I spent Christmas out here. And I called it my rubber tree Christmas. And then friends, that was in December, of course. And then friends that had been at my meetup earlier that month at Rice Ranch. That would be Stephen and Patty. Patty, y'all have seen even recently. We're still in touch. She's a beautiful soul. And they came out after they saw my video about me being stranded through Christmas. They came out a few days after, and it all worked out well. But I haven't been here, and I've never spent the night on LTVA here. It's on both sides of Midland Road, and I'll show you around a little bit. This kiosk has a little free library, so I'm going to sign and put my book Dominion in here before I leave. I would do more books, but I'm out of inventory right now. That's a wonderful problem to have. But I can leave my book Dominion here. Woohoo! Here's an interesting map. You can pause the video and pinch in and out, but it's talking about tortoises and their burrows, and it shows the Chocolate Mountain Aerial Gunnery Range, and I could have sworn I heard explosions, and I wondered if there was like a proving ground around here, so there you go. But I can't figure out on this map where I am right now. Okay, I'm not sure, but this shows that Riverside County is this side of this line. Here's Interstate 10, and I think I am in here because this is BLM land, and but that says Palin McCoy, and I don't know what that means, but I know that I am north of 10 and up here, not all the way into Joshua Tree in that area of California. That's actually where I'm headed, but not there yet. And I see a monument over there. Let's go see what that monument says. Very interesting. Clouds are moving in. I want to get rolling before it rains. But it says Desert Strike. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of words. And I don't think you're going to be able to read that. I don't know, you might can pause and see it, but says in May 1964, the U.S. Strike Command launched the largest military war since World War II, known as the Joint Exercise Desert Strike. It was a 2-week training exercise in this area. And that is as much as I can read, you guys. Y'all know me with my brain injury. Words don't stick. So I don't know if you can pause the video and zoom in on this or not. And down below, it has all of the, look, I guess, infantry divisions that were part of this. Anyway, there you go. There you have it. I'm guessing that's the camp post with the flag flying. I'm assuming. We're not going to walk down that way, Bando. We're going this way. Come on. Good boy. Once you enter the main LTVA side in Blythe, which is on the north side of the road, but like I said, it's on both sides of Midland Road, you can travel for quite a ways back, and the road is not any different than most of the LTVAs in and around Quartzsite. It is mostly rocky gravel, but there are some sharp pointed rocks sticking up, so you have to be careful. And that's how I had my flat 6 years ago. I ran over a rock that was sticking up, and my tires were old enough that it just punctured right through. But you can go pretty far back, and I'm sure that this area, when it's the height of the season, I'm sure it's pretty crowded in here, but there's all kinds of feeder roads and everything, just like the LTVAs around Quartzsite. And the mountains here are gorgeous. I'm traveling back a little bit just to give you an idea of the mountains when you get closer to them. I parked up close to the front just because I was only staying the one night, but I want you guys to be able to see this. And gosh, it's just quite lovely back in here. And yeah, I just don't know. There's no water. There's not a dump station. They have trash. So I guess you have to go into Blythe or maybe even Parker to get water and dump. We checked into that on their website. There's all kinds of signs to watch for wild tortoises. They must be in this area, and I just want to use this opportunity to let the biologist in me come out a little bit. That if you see a wild tortoise, please don't approach them. And the reason is because if they get scared, they will expel liquids, and then they dehydrate. They store up a lot of liquids, and that's how they get through the desert from point A to point B to water, and they can go far between to do that. But if you scare them, or they get scared, or they get stressed, they will expel whatever they have stored, and then you've put their lives in danger. So if you see a wild tortoise, please give them a big berth of freedom and space, and don't scare them, so that they get to stay alive. And they're becoming so rare, and don't think they're on the extinct list yet. But like horny toads used to be prevalent, and now they're not. So we just have to be careful with the wildlife. So I hope you are enjoying this view of, I'm looking at my dashboard camera to make sure I am capturing this for you. And then from here, the road looks a little iffy, so I'm turning around. But look at this view from up here where I climbed just a little bit. Didn't have to go very far. And you can imagine if you were to keep going, how pretty, I want to make sure I don't back off this hill, how pretty it gets closer to the mountains. Just not worth the risk to me today. Another day, y'all know me, it probably would be. But I am on the road again, Just can't wait to get on the road again. Plus, I want to beat the rain.